We have talked a lot about what happens when there is a workplace outbreak and the steps that have to be taken to ensure it's a safe environment for everyone before they can reopen. As KEZI 9 News reporter Jillian Smuckler shows us, it is not so cut and dry for businesses that just have one case.
The debate over whether or not businesses with very few cases have to be transparent with the community continues, but it's becoming more clear. Technically, they don't.
No, it is not required that a business goes public.
But they do if there's a cluster, which is considered 5 or more cases in a business or 10 or more cases in a social setting. Still, health officials work with businesses to figure out what those next steps will look like if someone tests positive. They have several consultations with the business and basically weigh the pros and cons of notifying the public. They also recommend CDC guidelines for them to follow.
We have a specific business team that works in a preventative capacity, helping businesses understand guidance and helping businesses understand how they can prevent cases.
But it's a case-by-case basis, depending on the type of business it is and different variables regarding the case.
Let's face it, there's a lot of unknowns surrounding this virus. But what we do know is that hundreds of business owners right here in the Willamette Valley will have to prepare for what would happen if an employee or a customer tests positive for COVID-19, all while being in the workplace.
Some local business owners say the lack of guidance is frustrating and is causing many to stay closed.
People with a lot more to lose than I would aren't open right now just for the concern that, hey, technically we're still liable if something happens, even though, because there's just not a lot of guidelines out for it.
He also says it comes down to the individual owner, which might not always be the best choice.
It's almost a moral issue of, since there's really no guidelines in this and there's nothing you really need to do. Do you do what you think's right and shut your business down and, suffer that angle of it, or do you just keep going business as usual?
And others agree. One restaurant worker who wants to remain anonymous out of fear of losing her job says not having specific protocol in place causes employees to feel unsafe.
We were never asked to get tested. We were just sent home for after cleaning. We were just sent home and told to return tomorrow.
And her concern is that business is being prioritized over employee safety.
They just took our word for it that we cleaned, and so that's why nobody feels safe.
But Davis tells me if any employee believes the business is not doing what they should be in terms of safety, they should contact OSHA because they're the ones who can enforce the rules. Reporting in Eugene, Jillian Smuckler, KEZI 9 News.